more specifically, the same bucket we found at the crime scene. After all, it reeked of bleach. If the killer didn't use it to transport bleach, what else did they use it for? Personal cleaning? I doubt it.
Yo, that makes sense!
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Okay, cool. So, how'd the killer use that bucket to spill bleach in the victim's eyes?
They spilt it. They like tipped it.
It would be a fairly heavy bucket, so it's unlikely he threw it on her.
It's just a bucket.
She'd shoot him before he even had the chance. Use your brain, mate.
Of course, my apologies.
It's a good question. How was the killer able to get a hefty bucket of chemicals?
Even if he did manage to splash her, the girl should have sustained intense facial burns. However, aside from her eyes, her face was relatively untouched.
Well, if you check the tablet, it said she had burns to the scalp, too.
Burns to the scalp? How does that work?
Oh, they used the door to open it.
Unless those chemicals came from above?
Yeah. They did the door thing and put it on the door, so when they open it, it tips over.
Did the killer somehow suspend the bucket in the air? Maybe there was a mechanism that made it tip over when someone entered the room.
Where's this bucket supposed to be again?
Above. Which, well, could mean anything.
Was the killer hiding above the door frame?
There's no way they were up there. There's nothing for them to sit or hold on to. Not to mention, they couldn't have stabbed her from up there.
Right.
And if there's no place for the killer to sit, then there's no place for the bucket to sit.
Unless you take into account the size difference.
Right.
Eh?
The space above the entrance might not be able to support a person, but it could still support something as small as a bucket.
And that thing supporting the bucket?
The door. There was a door.
I don't know how we overlooked this, but I've got it.
I don't know either. You guys are just
The killer
dumb.
just balanced the bucket on the door.
Like in those water bucket pranks people film?
Bro, shut up.
Exactly. When the victim came into the room, she pushed open the door and caused the bucket to fall on her. This would make it so she couldn't shoot back or even get a chance to see her assailant. When the bucket hit the ground, it probably rolled away. That'd explain why we found it a couple feet from the victim. That is the possibility, yes.
It sounds like the best conclusion.
Does it?
There's just one problem. How was the killer able to reach that high? Unless they were abnormally tall, it'd be difficult to place something on top of that door.
The ladder.
Well, let's use that as our next point of discussion. How did the killer set up this trap?
The bucket. The ladder. Bro. Why were the first two ones so hard and then now these are so easy?
This is it. There was a stepladder hiding behind the closet door. The killer probably used that.
I think I just
Climbing
have
it,
trouble
they could
with the
position a
non-stop
bucket right on top
debates.
of the door.
Figures.
When it's just actual multiple choice, it's really easy. When it's the
My precious stepladder.
non-stop debates, is kind of
Like I
difficult.
used my super duper obvious stepladder.
Bruh.
point. Occam's razor.
Yes, it appears our killer didn't care much for subtlety. No matter how obvious it seems, it's the only answer that makes sense.
Okay, so the person that killed this
It was
person
the
isn't
only
smart.
bag of its kind, too. If there's something else,
So
that
yeah,
could
it-
have been made.
If it's gonna be someone here, it's probably gonna be Grace.
I see, I see. It makes sense with what we've got so far. But
I don't
I'm
trust
not
it,
done
like
yet.
at all.
I still have one last question for you apes.
Please just leave us alone. Oh, I'm so tired.
Hey, don't be like that. Grace may be loud, but her questions have really helped our discussion.
Have they?
Anyway, what was the killer doing when that bucket poured onto the girl's head?
He obviously didn't just stand there and observe.
Okay, that's actually a good question. He could have like dragged her and then step. I don't know. Okay. Okay, it's one of these. Oh, where was the killer hiding? Jam's closet. Behind the door. You know, because if you had to open the door, you have to push the door. You can't pull the door like that. It has to be a push door. In the back of the Genesis closet, outside. So either the first one or the last one. Wait, so outside, in the back, because the ladder's in the front. So maybe in the front.
I got it.
Warren, this...
No.
I got it.
There we go.
I've got it. The killer was hiding in the back of the closet. If he was pressed up against the furthest shelf and facing the entrance, there'd be a diagonal path between him and his victim. I say diagonal because that's the only way you can make a direct charge forward. Also, when the victim entered the room, she would have been standing with her back to the hallway, right outside the killer's range. That's why the stab wounds were only made to her chest.
Right.
Creating the crime scene we found! Great job, guys! We're actually doing this!
That was the last mystery, right? Oh, we must have put everything together now.
Even if it's all fake, I feel really bad for this victim.
It's an ugly sight, but she's no victim.
Huh?
Well, technically she is, but... Let's be real. The girl was carrying a gun. She probably provoked the killer, and they killed her in self-defense. It's a clear-cut case of the hunter becoming the hunted, no?
That's no excuse.
What?
There's no justifying murder. Killing a woman is the worst thing a man could do.
You're emanating a sizable amount of emotional tension. Are you okay?
There's no excuse. There never was an excuse. 28 stab wounds. No girl, no person.
They have to be referencing Detroit, right?
Wait, who's Kara?
It was the victim's name. Didn't anyone read the tablet?
I agree with you, dude, but you don't have to shout out your point.
Oi, what's all this about? We figured out the case. Stop trying to drag it on.
No. We're not finished here.
Yeah, we have like 30 minutes of gameplay left.
There's no murder without a proper motive. We need to discuss why Kara died.
I am not going this far for a fictional murder case. We aren't looking for a murderer. We're looking for answers, which we have.
Do you turn in a half-finished exam, Winona? An essay without its conclusion?
My god, he's such a twink. Shut up.
This supposed entrepreneur not value integrity.
What the hell?
Let's just talk about the motive. There's no harm in doing that, right?
You can't really get one.
What was the motive? Was the killer fighting for their life? Or were they going out of their way to murder?
Maybe the gun freaked him out.
If I was in the killer's shoes, I'd definitely be nervous. Thing is, while acting out of self-defense is possible, since when does it look like this?
Given the severity, I'd liken it to a crime of passion.
Something done on impulse?
You don't do the bucket thing on impulse though.
What if they were frightened? A spooky thing might have set them off big time.
That's wrong. There's no way this was done in self-defense. No matter what excuse the killer uses, it doesn't change the fact they have blood on their hands.
Oh.
Yo, bud. You seem a little pressed.
Yeah.
Silence! I won't allow this!
I ain't reading all that, but I have no idea what the lawyer institution thing means, but I ain't reading all that.
To kill Kara so easily and without restraint. There is no way to justify this.
Take a chill pill, man.
You expect me to stay calm? This was the sadistic killing of one of humanity's brightest.
We shouldn't make a lot of assumptions about the killer's morals. This could have been self-defense.
You don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene they left behind.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
But how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you.
So says the ultimate liar.
Okay. I know they literally introduced the mechanics, so obviously they want you to use it. But
To kill Kara so
I think the self-defense
there is
thing
no way to justify
has weight to it.
Take a chill pill, man.
You expect me to stay
Because it
calm?
wasn't self-defense.
This was the sadistic killing of one of humanity's brightest.
We shouldn't make a lot of assumptions about the killer's morals. This could have been self-defense.
Over agreeing. I don't agree with that.
You don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene they left behind.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice.
How do we do that? There's no reason to trust you. If you have no proof.
To kill Kara so easily.
Could have been so.
Crime scene they left behind.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice.
But how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you.
Take a chill.
You expect me to stay calm? This was the sadistic killing of humanity's brightest.
I got it.
Is it because of the stab wound count? Maybe.
The violence in this murder was excessive and intentional. The killer stabbed the victim 28 times.
Right.
Even when the victim started clawing at their neck, killer persisted. They wanted to inflict as much damage as possible. That's clearly sadistic.
Right. Death bad, killing
I
bad.
understand that, but shouldn't we consider the killer's point of view?
Huh?
The victim was carrying a gun at the time of the murder. It's possible they were also trying to kill someone.
Right.
Mind is clouded by fear. The body makes rash decisions.
Shut up.
Right. The killer was definitely excessive with the stabbing, but they could have been overwhelmed with emotion. In fact, the trap doesn't even work unless someone from the outside opens the door. The killer might have actually been protecting themselves.
I doubt that.
I disagree.
Alright, so the victim's weapon is fake. Items needed.
I got it.
Yeah.
The killer needed a lot of time to set up the trap. They had to fill the bucket with bleach, move the ladder, climb up the ladder. That's not even mentioning the time it would take to figure out this plan. Most people don't come up with ideas like this on the spot.
Making the plan is sadistic enough, but actually executing it, you'd need to be a real psychopath.
If the victim was actively hunting them, the killer couldn't possibly have had the time to formulate this trap and then set it up, especially if they were scared. No, they clearly had ample time to do this. The victim might not even have been hunting them. The killer could have lured them to the closet by making noise, and then killed her brutally. This was a brutal, savage crime. Wolfgang might be right to be so passionate.
I suppose I can't dispute that.
Yeah, oh, shut up.
Does this mean we're done here? Hey! We're Disembodied Voice! We've figured out your stupid case. Now let us leave!
Oh, you're finally done. In all honesty, I stopped paying attention a long time ago.
What? We only went through this case because of you.
Silly me, I have a short attention span.
Same.
So, just for my own benefit, summarize the information you've learned. It'll be good practice.
Fine. I'll do as you ask.
Ow.
I'll present the truth.
Do it. Do it.
We'll present the truth together.
Oh, bro's in London. We're gonna...
Well,
I'm not gonna say that. I can't say that.
A measly 3 acts. Poor Horace would be beside himself.
Who the hell is...
No one cares! We've done your end of the bargain. Now let us out already!
That is what I promised, isn't it? Alright, I'll let you leave this room. But before I do, may I be frank with you all for a second? This entire time I've been hiding behind a speaker, afraid to show my face. My heart
He has a dream.
react cruelly to it. However, my head, it raises a compelling argument. Who cares what others think? Shouldn't I get to have a little fun once in a while? Yes, let's do away with these silly boundaries already. It's time we meet face to face.
What was that all about?
Everybody, look over there!
I thought I was gonna see something a lot worse.
Toss away those pickaxes, peasants. The walls have finally crumbled.
What will you do now that you've reached the other side? Will you treasure this new land? Serve it? Or will you set it ablaze? Well, peasants, have you made your choice?
Yo, what the fuck is going on?
Are you the speaker guy?
Speaker guy? No. You don't address your superiors like that. Within the halls of this academy, you'll refer to me by one name, and one name only. His Highness, the great and powerful Tozu, host of the Killing Game.
I ain't calling you that. That's crazy. That was fun. It was really good at the start, and it just kind of it was kind of bad at the end. It wasn't shit, but it wasn't like, the beginning was so strong, and then I don't know, it just felt weird. I'm interested in what happens after though, but I hope the trials get better. We seem to have a lot planned, and maybe there'll be more mini games. It seems like there was only 2 here. They did add a new mechanic, which is cool, but if this is going to be as long as a normal Danganronpa game, but in fact it's going to be even longer, since the first trial wasn't even a trial, it was like a mock-up trial, right? So essentially the game's going to be at least 4 hours longer than a normal Danganronpa game. If they use the same format of like 5 people survive, triple killing, right? So I just hope they have more planned, and maybe they just wanted to put this out because they have all the assets. When you have all the assets, it gets a lot easier. And then maybe the first chapter will have a lot of mini games, and then the rest will be like a lot easier to do. Because what it seems like now is that they have everything planned. They do need to do like new backgrounds for new chapters, because it's obviously not going to take place all in the same place, in the same like buildings and stuff. And they have the whole soundtrack done. They have all the voice actors that they need, at least from what I know. They're not really going to introduce any new characters, so they don't need to draw any new assets. So it seems like everything should be a lot faster. I'm going to assume the next episode is probably going to come out in like May or July. That seems fair.